Good evening, class. My name is Paul Evans. I am a senior in the Criminal Justice Program with the University of Oklahoma here in Norman, Oklahoma. I am presently enrolled in LSTD 3953, the study in depth prospectus. It is incredibly challenging. It has broadened my perspective on writing, effective writing, and in conveying my communications in a better manner. I look forward to the challenges of LSTD 4953 and also beyond to the graduation at the end of this year. A little bit about me. I've been married for 31 years to my beautiful wife, and we have one daughter. My wife is a graduate of the University of Oklahoma, and she deals with homeless issues here in Cleveland County. Our daughter, also in public service, is a graduate of the University of Oklahoma, and she deals with child advocacy issues. So public service is very important to all three of us. I'd spent 25 years in the military with the Department of Defense, 23 of them with the Air Force because it was far better, and 2.5 of them with the Army. Within that experience, we were able to really see a diverse culture, been able to travel to different countries, different regions of the planet, and we really were able to mold and experience some wonderful places and wonderful things. When I retired, I do not golf and I don't fish, so I wanted to remain in public service because that is a passion of mine. So for the past 9 years, I've worked at the Norman Police Department at the pleasure of the citizens. That's why I like to look at it, the pleasure of the citizens. And lately, it has been deemed unnecessary for me to continue working in the capacity as a police officer. The political climate is too toxic, and I don't do well with folks that are very uninformed and refuse to take all sides of a particular issue. So that's fine. It's only excelled my transition into the next stage, which I'm going to go back into the professional service of international intelligence affairs. However, I will continue to perform my duties and also support the community. And the thing that I'm most supporting is the community-oriented policing initiatives, and that is what my particular paper is going to be about. I did draft a few notes here. The study in depth prospectus topic that I've chosen is the community-oriented policing, primarily due to the fact that I don't believe it's effective. It was an initiative that was passed in 1994 through the Violent Crime Control and Law Enforcement Act. The legislation was probably very good then, based on whatever's going on in the particular climate of the United States. But since 1994, there's been roughly 13 to 19,000 police agencies that had secured over $16 billion of federal funding. Now, the problem that I have is what exactly is that funding doing? See, I'm a very big proponent of community-oriented policing if it's effective. But based on what I've seen over the last 9 years here locally and 23 years with the Air Force, it isn't exactly the cause and effect portion of ineffective community policing is what I'm actually viewing. And it's the divisiveness, it's the cultural divide, it is the over-policing of certain areas. And I think a lot of that is due to the fact that they don't have any tangible goals from the community-oriented policing side, which is from the Department of Justice, and they don't have any sort of direction that's given. It's just a grant-generating machine. For me, it's going to be something more like affecting for my paper, the cornerstones I would look for, it's going to be something that's going to be the program review. You need to have measurable mandates, better milestones, look at best practices, inclusive communities, a vision, and fair access to all folks. And if that comes down to limited funding, then so be it. Use your funding properly. Don't just throw money at things like we do often in our country. Beyond that, I think that I'm going to run into areas that are going to challenge me more when I'm writing my paper. A few strengths that I could identify for myself were going to be research, working knowledge of COP related issues, And firsthand experience, as I mentioned, that there's a lot of divide based on community-oriented policing that isn't effective. Areas that I have confidence in are my topic statement, interdisciplinary research. Areas that I'm going to have my weaknesses are time management, and definitely it's going to be writing effective paragraphs. A lot to say, but not organizing effectively is going to be a detriment to my communication. I definitely look forward to any feedback and working with everybody in this next chapter. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening.